It begins. Is there going to be a translator for this?
あ
Alright, so I don't understand what they're saying, but these two are really cool. They like care so much about this game. It's like the last time they did something, it was a bigger event, so they had like a live translator for it, which was really cool. The whole point for this is they're doing like the newest patch for the game, which is patch 6.1, and that's gonna be, if I know correctly, it's gonna be
お願いいたします。では始めてまいりましょうか。よろしいですか？
Tiki Uwu. I love that name. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, Lou, these two care so much about the game. Their passion and energy about this is fantastic. All right, Brandon, translate for us. They're talking about Final Fantasy 14. Nice. I had no idea what they were talking about. Thanks, dude. A newfound adventure. Oh, I want to go on an adventure. I just love that artwork, man. I want to go on it. I'm really excited about that. Just like going on a random adventure with your character in Final Fantasy 14. It's gonna be really fun. Hopefully we can bring our boy Graha with us, because you know we made a promise. Promise to our bro. Yeah, Tiki, I stream fairly often. Usually not this early, but pretty often. I'm gonna actually be streaming tonight. I'm gonna play probably some Final Fantasy VI and some Elden Ring tonight. I'm trying to like pay. They'll probably show a date on the screen, I'm assuming. Yeah, like right there. All right, cool. Mid-April. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, because they said it would take like 4 months. So I've got until mid-April to finish all the Savage raids. That's the plan. Finish all Savage raids, get caught up. I want to get my well, by then I'll definitely have Red Mage up to 90, and I'll definitely be working on Reaper by then, if not having Reaper up to 90 as well. Oh, cool. It's coming patch 6.1. Alright, so new main scenario quests. I am ready to cry more. So, and just Endwalker spoilers I'm going to be talking about. So, fair warning. Endwalker spoilers. Give me a second just in case. But like the end of 14, when Emmett Selk is telling Warrior Light, like, you know, oh, you visit, you know, the continent to the south and all these other things, like this treasure place. And I'm like, well, first off, I heard treasure, and I'm like, oh my god, treasure, I want to go. But I'm assuming that's like some of the places we're going to start checking out, you know, slowly but surely, and then probably the next expansion will be taking place in those areas, which I'm very, very excited for. Seriously, love this game so much.
さあというわけで、スクリーンショットを、2枚だけ
2枚だけ2枚もあるよ。
That's cool artwork of Charlene too.
で、まずご覧いただきましょう。
Your rough translations, there will be a new main scenario quest. Brandon, that's impressive translation.
実はタタル
A new chapter begins. Very impressive. Thank you for that translation.
そんなないんですよ。
Oh, why does Tataru look like a mob boss here? Like, I'm just picturing... It's like going to talk to the Godfather. You know, offering tribute. She's just sitting there, like... I swear to God, Tataru is, 1, the strongest character, and 2, runs everything from the shadows. Everything. Without a question. Also, those muffins look good. And I'm just hungry for muffins now. You're right? Ooh, muffins, dude. I love muffins. You watch Demon Slayer Season 1 and now you're fluent in Japanese. That's very impressive.
絶対に飲み物飲むシーンあると聞かせをみんな警戒するから穏やかな形にしようぜってちょっと調整した気はあったな。
Now I just wanna...
あれ以来飲み物はちょっと
Now I just want to go and redo the scenes from The Godfather, just as Tataru was the Godfather.
何をやってこられたんですか
Yo, the things that my brain thinks up when, 1, I'm tired,
もう一枚いってみましょう。
and 2, just tired. Oh, what's up?
お、
Stinian.
知ってる人。
Holding us a scroll.
何か
He's got a cool outfit too.
渡したのかなんでしょう
Is that his normal outfit? I can't tell.
あの
Natural way of acquiring language? Yes, watching anime.
地図で
Double impressed because it was dubbed. That's, dude, very impressive.
7層まで行けばいいらしいぞ。
So like, Estenian's been chilling with
にゃんと言ったら
Oh,
タナトそうだよね。
John Blank.
転送門が
Ymir?
タナトそう
Is that the dragon's name?
ありそうだよね。
I feel bad. I'm drawing a blank, but the dragon
まあ
up in
メインクエストの
Razathan. So
シーンから
Hopefully he'll be given with something to do. He's not going to be joining us. He's probably doing dragon things, which sounds really cool. I want to do dragon things. What if Asinian is just like handing us a bill because he spent all our damn money? Swear to God. My dude's gotta stop spending our gil. New side quest. Tataru's Grand Endeavor series begins. See? Tataru's gonna be taking over the world slowly but surely. The size of the scroll, is someone compensating? Estinian has nothing to compensate for. Oh my God. Told you. Told you. She is small, but damn. She's freaking evil. She runs everything from the shadows, dude. I'm telling you. Telling you. It's gonna get like to the end of this game in, you know, a decade from now. Final boss is gonna be Tataru. The small ones are always filled with rage. Exactly. They're a species. They're called Lalafels. They're hands down the evilest little bastards of all time. They will bite your kneecaps. Every time I see them, I also think of this video that this creator called Pint. He made I forgot the name of the video. I'm drawing a blank on it, but I've shared it in Discord a few times. It's honestly one of my favorites. I think it's called I Enslaved My Final Fantasy XIV Guild. Something like that. So if you haven't seen that, definitely check it out. I'll post it in Discord again too after this, because I'll probably watch it again. It's just always funny. It makes me laugh every time. That's just horrifying, man. Alright, new role quests. Initial story available after completing all Endwalker role quests. Oh, interesting. That's gonna be cool. After completing all of them, though, so do you have to do, like, all 4 or 5? I've done 2 of them. I did the tank and the DPS one. Or the range DPS. That's a combination of characters I wasn't expecting to see. And they're in Ishgard too. Huh. That's got me intrigued. That really has me intrigued. Alphal's one weakness is sweep up emote. You just grab a broom and just bonk him with it. Sweep him away. I need to get that emote. I'm very curious about what's going on in this this part here. New tribal quests. Patch 6.15. Okay, so that's not going to be right at 6.1. So I have time to catch up on these, because I'm still unlocking a lot of the older ones. Requirements. Players must complete 2 quest lines in Thavnair, which begin with Stepchild and What's in the Parent. Those are some quest names. Let's put whatever they want on top shelf, exactly. And then planning to rename Beast Tribe Quest to Tribal Quest. That's cool. I love that. Like, it never clicked with me that Beast Tribe was like I don't know, just people would be upset with it. It's not something that would click with me. But apparently people were. So like they actually took that feedback and they're changing it to Tribal Quest, which is awesome. It's a simple thing. And if it makes a couple of people happy, that's awesome. I still just keep giggling at that 69th in the bottom right, because, you know, I'm an adult. So 6.15, that's probably what, like... That'd probably be like middle of May, right? If I'm doing that right. Middle of May, end of May. I'm also very, very curious if they bring back Medion too during any of these story quests. Because the end of Endwalker, you see her, you know, flying off as a little bird, which is a minion I still need to get. Never once seen that drop. One day, get that damn bluebird. God, I really need to sit and learn Japanese, dude. Like, it's such a cool language. Like, to, you know, read, like, kanji looks really awesome. And just, like, speaking, you know, it would just be good to know. At least a rudimental, like, a rudimental understanding of it. There's our elephant friendos.
期待通りだった
That screenshot does look a little bit rough though. I know they're still like developing on it, so but like it looks like their head's a little bit smushed. Just like very flat head. Ganbatte! I know that word. Somehow further Hildebrand adventure. So one of these days when I stream 14, I want to plan a stream where I go through all of the Hildebrand story, starting from the quest that I'm on now, which is like the second step for the initial Hildebrand quest. Like I want to sit and go through the entire thing, because I think I'm gonna fall in love with Hildebrand immediately. He seems like my type of character. So I'm very excited for that. Plus, I need to get his triple triad card. Something Hildebrand adventures.
はい
I'm just very glad they're actually putting like the English translation for it, because I can read that.
なるほど
I am dumb American. I don't know other language.
こちらもスクリーンショットございます。
What the hell? They're dead. They can't breathe under that. Those are interesting pants too. Like I would rock those pants on one of my glams, because that's been my main focus. You know, glams.
ヒルディを
It's like I feel bad talking while they're talking,
本当そうだ
どこで帰ってきますかって
but like I don't know what they're saying,
言われたんだよな。
すごい
which I feel so
お
bad.
やすみな
They are really discussing Hildebrand a lot with this one image on the screen, which is really cool.
6.15 で
はい、1号です。
Ridiculous, but cool.
で、続いても、クエストなんですけど、
Omega
こ
B-
の
oh,
クエストというか
they're doing more Omega stuff?
えー
I actually just, the new static that I joined, we were farming the last Omega raid fight, farming the Savage for mounts. Omega stuff. So Omega was a raid series back in two expansions ago, or three? Oh wow, yeah, 3 expansions ago. I just did all the Omega stuff like 2 weeks ago. It was a really cool story. Omega was a very interesting character, so that's gonna be exciting, and the fights for it were really cool too. So I'm curious what Beyond the Rift is.
あ楽しみ
I'm assuming that means we're gonna go back to space, because the last fight with Omega was crazy.
まだ全然間に合います
Omega was a character introduced in Bad Batch. You're right.
そしてですね、さらにちょっと
That Omega is the villain in the raids. Improvements to ARR main scenario quest. That's awesome. I'm glad they're starting to roll those out, because it is very important to have like the start of the game be welcoming and easier for people to play. And some Realm Reborn was really cool. Like I enjoyed it, but some of the main quests, like it did feel like it dragged at a few points, which I think they definitely realize, and it's cool if they're doing that. Ooh, a new dungeon. I do like dungeons. A secret.
珍しい ID でシークレットつくの珍しいやつですね
Bro, what's the secret? I want to know the secret. Come on, man. Why'd you just put a bunch of circles and then put secret on top of it? That's rude. That's messed up. That's rude as hell. Actually, no, I don't want to know what it is, because I'm sure it's like a story thing. There's so many fetch quests in ARR. So many. It got so tedious.
それは楽しみ
I'm hoping that they kind of trim that down. Which, like, I don't mind fetch quests, but it's like, gets to a point where
ぜひ行ってみてください
sometimes you just do too many of them.
そして新たな討伐
A new trial, the Endsinger's aria, excellent. This, I was, I'm assuming this will be, again, I don't understand what they're saying, but I'm assuming this will be the extreme version of the Endsinger fight, which I've been wanting to do for a long while, and was very curious about how they're going to pull that off. Oh, they were super enjoying teasing that. Like, they're like, we're going to put secret on the screen, and everybody's going to be like, oh my god, I want to know what it is. They're freaking trolls, too. That I'm excited to do. I'm ready for that pain. I still want to get the mounts from the Zodiac Extreme and Heidelin as well. Zodiac I've beaten easily over a dozen times. I haven't done it in a while. But Heidelin I've only beaten once. I beat her once. I got the weapon coffer, so I got the staff for my black mage, and I just never went back in there. That was a tough
まあ
one.
確かに言うて
But it's like I beat that and then like went right into learning or trying to learn and get like a group together for the Savage Pandemonium quests or raids. Pandemonium. New Unreal trial. I've never done an Unreal fight. I'm kind of curious about how painful this is, especially if it's Ultima's Bane. Like that I'm used to going into and like literally one-shotting the boss. I'm sure I'll walk in and get like immediately smushed. But that's a learning experience.
ああ確かに
You gotta walk in, get smushed around a lot, and then go from there. Ooh, new alliance raid. And really? Ooh. I wasn't expecting so much in patch 6.1. That's amazing. Myths of the Realm. Interesting. There's a lot coming out, dude. Granted, some of it is like 6.15, but there's a lot to just come in 6.1. That's gonna be a fun day once the patch releases. Absolutely gonna plan to like stream that entire day. One, to get through like the story quest because I want to get it done before spoilers. And then I could start working on like all the side stuff, Tataru's Godfather quest. Oh, dude, that looks awesome. The architecture kind of looks like the Charlian stuff.
はい
So I wonder what that's gonna be. Like that like castle looking place in the background. That looks really cool. Patch 6.11 and Ultimate Dragon Songs Reprise. Ooh. They're doing a lot of stuff. Like again, this is the first like patch that I am actively in the end game for, which is really cool. It's a much different experience. So I don't know if and if you guys have played, you know, for a while, you can probably tell me. But is there usually this much content to come out with like a 0.1 patch? Oh, we have to fight this dude again.
こんなんでしたこんなんでした
I'm fine with that. Kick his ass.
初めて見る方もいるかもしれないこんなん
That booty in.
確かに
Every time I see that though, I do get very, very sad.
見たぞってこれ。お前が延期だった
My boy.
見たぞ。
勝てないやんけってなります
Speaking of, I've never once visited his grave. I gotta do that. I'm sorry, are we fighting Nidhogg
これは
and Vidofnir
未来は見えません
at the same time? Why? That sounds like a nightmare. A really cool one,
あわかります私が今一番
but I do not want to fight both of them at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry, not Vidofnir. That's Hraesvalgar. I'm bad with dragon names. Hraesvalgar and Nidhogg. But it looks like Hraesvalgar's got like shackles on it. You know, it's like its neck and then, you know, claws and stuff.
どこかでこのシーンが出てくるんでしょうけど
Where are they too? Is that Ishgard in the background? I'm assuming this is the bridge to Ishgard, but
今回はですね。
no, this should be the same field as when you fight Nidhogg, I think. Just that tower in the background blocking it.
なるほど
When you initially do the Nidhogg,
そうですね
the trial
ここまでの
on the bridge in Heavensward,
うん
that was like the first moment where it hit me, where like I'm going into such a cinematic battle.
やべえ感じしかしない
Because like you're waiting on that bridge staring Nidhogg down, and it's got that amazing song playing in the background that's very like chill, but like you just know that it's just dark as hell too.
一人で各フェーズ
I'm like, that was the first moment where I'm just like, oh my god, this game is so good. Like I enjoyed it so much up until that point, but that's just like the moment that sticks in my head. Job adjustments. How dare you adjust my jobs? Actually, no, that's probably pretty cool. They usually know what's what.
関連調整です。前回もねちょっとお知らせしましたが、
I need to finally record my Final Fantasy 14 character ranking video. I need to do that today. That is my plan for today.
ここまでに
Because I want to do the character ranking video, because that was my goal for hitting 100 subs on YouTube. Also, if you haven't followed my YouTube channel yet, go do so. Same thing on there, Jack_Shippo.
続いてまいりましょう
Oh, that's a lot. Alright, PvP updates. Crystalline Conflict, small scale PvP. PvP action improvements and adrenaline rush. New PvP reward system. Okay. The feast will end with the release of patch 6.1. So I guess they're going to start something new with PvP. I haven't participated in the feast yet. Because honestly, like, PvP right now in the game, it's fun, but it's not something that like grips me enough where I'm gonna play it over and over again. But I do want to try and get like some rewards and stuff. I'm sure there's some like triple triad things in there too. It's somewhere. That, assuming there, I might be wrong. These guys can adjust my job anytime. Hello. Love it, dude. I love it. Honestly, they're super chill, so go for it. I would agree. Oh my god. It's amazing.
よろしくお願いします。はい、こちらは6.1位です。はい。で、続いてですね。
New custom deliveries.
新たなお得意様。
Oh yeah, we get to hang out with Alphino and Alice's mom.
アルフィノ・アリゼのお母様である。
Oh yeah. We get to hang out with mommy.
こちらのアメリアンス。
Mommer.
アメリアンスがお得意様になると。まあ、
seriously, every time like
プレイヤーの方の
I matter because when you first like meet their mom, she's like, "Hey, come talk to me over here alone," and I was like, "Ooh, all right." She's honestly like, very, very nice, and she has a lot of money too. Plots open. Guys, I need 15 million gil before this happens. I want a house in Ishgard so bad. That'd be so cool. I think because I've been saving up a lot of gil with my retainers. Pretty much anything they sell in the marketplace, I just kind of keep the gil on them. And I think they're up to like 3.5 million. So I need to work on getting some cash money. It'll absolutely be easier to get one in than in real life. Adventure plates, new profile display feature. That's gonna be really cool. I'm assuming that's something like I'm trying to think of a good example in my brain. The first thing that comes to my head is the trainer cards that you did in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Where like you could pick like your profile picture and then it lists like all the info for you. I'm guessing you can like make your character portrait on there and then it'll list like, you know, your achievements and stuff like that, I'm assuming. That's really cool. That'll be exciting. And like the best part about like people who work on the game, Yoshi P, I'm unfortunately forgetting the person's name on the right. I forget his name. But they're very, very cool, and they also play the game. So like they make the game from a player perspective, which more games need. And I think that's why they're like so in tune with the player base, which is amazing. That's the same thing with Lost Ark, I believe. Lost Ark's been very fun. But that one's more fun for the gameplay. Story for Lost Ark, I'm like bits and pieces. Very fun game though. I do enjoy it. It's probably fun to customize though and mess around with. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for a lot of stuff in this game. It's gonna be really cool. Oh, the Unending Codex. Oh, that looks really cool. So they're doing like the. I wasn't expecting the like character image to look like that. I really like those designs that they have in the game. That's really cool. And there's like more secrets, man. More secrets. They love putting secret on there. Crafty bastards. That looks really cool. And I love that they keep it like stylized in game with how like a book would look in the game. Or is the Unending Codex different? Oh no, this is different. Okay. Unending Codex is different from the adventure plates. Makes more sense. Because this did look more like a guidebook. So it's a glossary of characters and terms up through patch 6.0. That's awesome. Unlocked in the main scenario of patch 6.1 and added to your collection, with new entries added as the story unfolds. Interesting. Honestly, that would be really cool to just like, I might do a video for that. Just like sit and go through the book and just like talk about the characters in there. That'd be really fun. Oh wow, data center travels coming 6.18. That's crazy. Like, that's my favorite thing about 14. It feels like it's so much easier to play with people. Like, you know, WoW, it locks you into whatever server you're in. And the New Game Plus. I haven't done any of the New Game Plus stuff. More glamour plates and locations make them used. Nice. Give more glams. Very important. Glam is real endgame. Ability to try on items from the 14. That's cool. Honestly, also very, very smart of them. Because that's going to get more people... That's going to give more people an incentive to actually buy stuff from the store. That's smart. And by people, I mean probably me. Because I try not to look at, like, any of the outfits in the actual, like, cash shop. Because I've only bought 2 things from there. I bought Y'shtola's staff, because it was, like, $2. And when I first started playing, I saw somebody with a wind-up Tifa minion. And I literally, like, I messaged them immediately. I'm like, that's the coolest minion ever. Where did you get it? And she's like, oh, it's in the store. And I'm like, oh my god. Like, do they have an Aerith one? And then I went, and it was like $5. I'm like, I need this Aerith minion in my life. So that's why, like, my main minion has always been the Aerith, the wind-up Aerith. She was with me for, like, 90% of the main story. So it'll be cool to, like, see the in-game models and, like, the in-game stuff on your character. At the bike mount, everyone uses it, so you just use choke. Aw. Yeah, the bike was really cool. Doesn't the bike, wasn't there, like, a perk or something with getting that bike? Like, wasn't it, like, added XP or something like that? I might be making that up. I'm probably making that up. But I thought there was, like, something else that you got alongside that bike. On Tuesday night, I got the Omega mount, so I've been running around with the Omega mount. It's a really cool mount. And then just gotta wait for almost there to get the Rathalos mount. The Rathalos mount's gonna be cool. But that I gotta do with Linda and TJ from the community. We've been farming that for a while. It has different music while mounted. Interesting. I love that some of them have, like, their own music. Miscellaneous updates, my favorite updates. I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. New item animation for parasols? That's definitely miscellaneous, yeah. I love that he's, like, posing for it, like, yes. Like, his personality is just great, dude. Like, it really shows in, you know, all the people that work on this game, and in the game itself. Cannot get more miscellaneous than that, no. I love how detailed he is in explaining this, too. Like, it's very important. It's also, like, the last live letter, they got so excited about the new grass animation. I'm like, that's amazing. Y'all are getting very excited about grass. Like, that's so cool. It's like, we care so much about this, the freaking grass is even important. Because they're doing a whole graphical overhaul of the game before the next expansion comes out. So by then, so in, like, my goal, it's gonna be a lofty one, but my goal by the end of this year is to get a second PC that's just dedicated for the gaming portion. Because my computer as it is right now, it's powerful. Like, my computer's fine to run, you know, streams with, like, low quality / games that don't take up a lot of RAM or memory or anything like that, or processing power. Or I could just play those games, like, on really high quality. It just can't do both. So that's why I want to do like streams at really high quality, you know, no dropped frames, no nothing there. And then have the one just strictly for the games. This way I can run the games at like the highest quality. Checkmark display. Please, dude. Honestly, that's going to be such a good one. Whenever I see a minion drop or a mount, I'll like have to bring up my list to look through to see if I have it or not, because I don't want to need on an item if I already have it and somebody else doesn't have it and they want it. I don't want to need on that. Improve market search for the items used to obtain. Oh, neat. Yeah, the market in game. I wish it did have a bit more like. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That check mark is honestly very, very distinguishable too. Like you can really tell if you have it or not. That's neat. Checkmark displayed when an identical item has already been used. Awesome. New filter to show only items not yet obtained. Easy. Announce emotes, fashion, accessories, and modern aesthetics separated from the miscellaneous character. Cool. I do like modern aesthetics. They're always fun. Grass memes are great. Like that was the only clip I made from when I was watching that. I was like, grass! Yes! Oh, my dude's got some Starbucks, which my face blocked out completely, but it was Starbucks. I would love to have a giant piece of artwork like that in the back. Probably the one with all the characters on it, but I do like the Heidelin one on the left too. Oh, they went pretty much exactly an hour. Good job timing-wise on them. They're great. What is this? Is this still Final Fantasy stuff or like just real life stuff? What is this? Is this still... Oh, okay, it is still about the game. I don't know what that says. Like, what are they doing? Oh, is it like a light show? What? That's crazy. Imagine being somebody in one of those offices that still has the light on. Like, they're just trying to do work, and, like, everything's going on outside right now. This is awesome, though. They actually, like, did this, and there's so many people here for it. What was this for? Oh, it's going through every Final Fantasy. Oh. Is it counting down? Final Fantasy 6. I've been loving that game so much. Oh, it is a countdown timer. What's this for? If it was anything like super major, I'm sure. Unless I don't know. What is this? It's really interesting how they're doing that, though. Like, that's really cool with the lights. Final Fantasy 14, yeah. Why'd the clock change? It was just 20-something. Why'd it go back in time to 1921? I don't know. I'm not asking questions, man. That looks cool. Okay, Heidelin's Crystal. This looks like a beautiful area. I really want to go to Japan one day. That's so cool that they did like a map of Japan like in game. That's awesome. Are they flying through like a designed city from in game? That's weird. Yokohama, here be dragons. Yo, this boss music is so good. Oh, is that Black Mage? Yes, best class. Best class. Blow everything up. Set on fire. Yes, perfect. Imagine that. There's Dragoon. Talk about, like, an ad for a game. Like, there's the... of course they would put the Lalafell as the White Mage, because, you know, one healers are and should be the most, like, violent class. And of course, there's Lalafell. How are you flying? Lalafells fly now? That's ridiculous. They're already powerful. That makes them too strong. This is so cool. I think I think I've seen this building once before with something similar like this. I think they did something like this for Godzilla, if I'm remembering it right. I might be wrong though. What's going on, man? Lawfell are going to invade our world, I swear to God. That would be a nightmare scenario. So if a Lalafell comes at me, though, I am going to punt it away. Chocobo. This is plural. Chocobos. What are they? It's like a Scooby-Doo skit. What? Oh, yeah, Chocobo music. Oh, didn't that Chocobo racing game come out? I did want to play that. That looked really fun. I still have to go play Earthbound, too. What? What? What the hell, man? What even is this right now? Bro, what? What the hell? There's so many chocobos. So many little chonky boy chocobos. Moogle! Moogle! Is that like a cake on a stick? Awesome. Fat chocobo chicks. Chonky chocobos. Chonky bows. The design for this is really neat. Like, this is a cool, very cool idea. Like, whoever came up with this is very smart. Dragon! Or Bahamut, even. Yeah, I think it's Bahamut. That's crazy. At least that should be Bahamut. I think that's Bahamut. I don't know. Don't... oh, wow. Alright, city's destroyed. Damn, Bahamut's not playing around. Yeah, that's right, Black Mage. Take it down. This is really cool, man. Like, this is an ad for a game. This is what ads for games should be. Those poor people you mentioned doing the work incinerate right now. Imagine, like, imagine some of them had no idea this was gonna happen, and they just, like, look outside and they see all this shit happening. Just somehow, like, they just see, like, the city on fire from Bahamut, and they're like, oh my god, and they think, like, it's real. I don't know, maybe they worked, like, 20 hours and they're tired. Like, I can just picture that. That'd be ridiculous. That's what you call a sizzle reel? Haha! Love it. That might even be like a hotel building. Love that victory music. Oh, building's fixed. Oh, now I'm doing fireworks. Oh, God. The Final Fantasy has been around for 30 years. Like, I didn't really get into Final Fantasy until, like, 1998. Whenever I played Final Fantasy VII for the first time. "30 years, though. That's crazy. Video games have been around for so long now. I think when I'm done with Final Fantasy VI, I do want to eventually do, I want to go back and play, like, Final Fantasy 1. But I do think I'm going to get that Strangers in Paradise game. One, because the main character is Jack. It just makes sense. And two, because the combat's actually fun in that game. And we gotta kill Chaos, so 3. Aw. I will clap for that. That was really cool. That was really, really neat.